Are you a fan of Jurassic Park? And are you also a fan of survival games? Because if you are, this one is going to be right up your alley. Return to Isla Nublar the day after the events of the original 1993 Jurassic Park film and survive in a thrilling first-person action adventure as InGen scientist Dr. Maya Joshi in a single-player action adventure survival game. Now this looks absolutely awesome, and we've heard pretty much absolutely zero from them. We've seen an announcement trailer which came out, when was this, a year ago now? And then on Thursday the 14th of August, out of nowhere, we got a behind the scenes look at the game. What inspired the team to do the game, how they've done it, what the storyline is going to be like unfolding, and some of the areas, environments that we can see the game unfolding on. Now unfortunately, there's no new gameplay and no release date as of yet. But still, we got some pretty cool info about what the game is going to play like when it does launch. Now this was rumoured to be releasing in 2025 when the trailer first dropped. On the Steam page currently, there is no release date announced. It just says to be announced. It's developed and published by Saber Interactive, who have got a pretty decent track record in game development, so I do think that this is going to be a good one. Now your gameplay will focus around one main person, Maya Joshi, who was recruited by Dr. Wu herself to be part of the InGen science team. Now the game does take place on Isla Nublar just one day after the events of the 1993 film. And the team have said that they're going to base this very, very heavily on the original film. A lot of the dinosaurs, a lot of the scenes, a lot of the props that you will see, you're going to recognize from the film. The team have said that they've done loads and loads of cool stuff to actually get a feel for what the film is like back then, what the shooting was like back then, and they've watched and studied the film for hours and hours. Now there's some really awesome footage in this new video that they put out. It is linked in the description down below. I will show you some snippets of it, but it's linked down below if you do want to go watch the whole thing, with interviews from the character that plays Maya Joshi and all of the developers and lead people on the actual team for Jurassic Park Survival. So if you do want to check that out, it will be in the description down below. I'd highly recommend it. It's a 5-minute video. The video that is playing in the background is that original announcement trailer that we saw at the back end of 2024. Now, as mentioned, the game is taking place on Isla Nublar a day after the film's events. So everybody else has got off of the island, but you are left there with the dinosaurs. You're left there with the dinosaurs from the film itself. Dinosaurs that you saw in the film will be located there. They've also added new areas such as a giant hotel complex and tons of in-construction things that would have come if the park didn't go down the way that it did. So that sounds really, really cool. We're going to have that old familiar exploration by exploring those famous scenes like the kitchen scene with the velociraptors, the main hall with the T-Rex and the Jurassic Park sign falling down. Those scenes are all going to be there, and they're going to be something that we'll be able to pay attention to, get into, and they're going to look just like the film. I think when the game releases, I'm going to do a sort of like one-to-one comparison, and I'm very excited just to... I love the original films. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, big fanboy, pretty much. Yes, I turn into a small child when it comes to dinosaurs, which is great because I have a small child that loves dinosaurs, so I've got an excuse to be a child, and it works out all right. But this is something I'm very, very excited for. It's based heavily on the film, and the narrative is driven from that. The starting point is the end and the evacuation of the actual island itself. Maya is one of the last people that is there alive. We don't know how this is going to go in terms of extraction, getting out, and we don't know what the main storyline is going to be. But from what we've seen and what they've said so far, it does look like you're just going to be sneaking around trying to get off of the island safely. They've recreated the iconic scenes like the kitchen velociraptor scene, the Jurassic Park flare scene, where you throw a flare and distract a T-Rex with a giant red flare. Why would you do it? But yeah, now being eaten by dinosaurs is of course going to be a main part of the game. How the survival elements are going to work, we don't know. Will you need to eat, sleep, rest? That is still up in the air at the moment. But hopefully, it does have some of those heavy elements baked in there. I'd like to see things like that in the game, but we will have to wait and see. It is mainly a narrative, story-driven action-adventure survival game. It's first person to add to that level of horror and fear, so there are going to be some creepy and scary-ass moments in this. You are one of the last people, as far as we know anyway, the last person on the island of Isla Nublar, surrounded by all of these bloodthirsty and very hungry dinosaurs figuring out where they belong on the food chain. And you are nowhere near the top. So a lot of this is going to be, from what we've seen so far, you hiding and running away. There's not going to be all too much combat and action in this game. There will be points of action, but I feel like a lot of that will be scripted. Like, you're not going to have a gun and run around blasting dinosaurs. That's not going to be what the game is. It is going to focus very heavily on the storyline of Maya and how she became there and how she gets out of there from what we've seen so far. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, the team have gone to various sites and various places to actually get a feel for what the game should feel like in relation to the film. Now, the film was obviously released in 1993. That is 22 years ago at the time of recording this video. It's probably going to be 23 years ago by the time the game actually releases. But they got their hands on all of the old props, set pieces, and equipment from the original film. All of that is going to be incorporated into the game to make it feel as real as the film did back in 1993. So I'm very, very excited for that point. We're going to see a lot of familiar things in this game, but also a lot of new and a lot of wonder. We've seen some concept art of the hotel areas. We've also seen some gameplay footage on that original first trailer of you sort of darting through what looks to be sort of construction areas. So we're going to have a mix of the old and the new in there, and I really hope that Saber Interactive do this justice. Jurassic Park is a phenomenal franchise. I mean, the new Jurassic World film's a bit shit, but Jurassic Park, the first three films, I think are perfect, brilliant. And this game, if they're going back to that, and they are going to make it more of that survival experience rather than a run and gun and just get the fuck out of there, then I'm very excited to see where they go with this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Is Jurassic Park Survival something you're interested in? Is it something you'll check out? Will you pay for it? Or will you wait to see if it comes on things like Game Pass? Currently, we have no news on where it's going to be released, but we know it's coming to Steam. Doesn't say that it's going to be an early access title, so we'll have to wait and see. For now, though, that is going to be it from me. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for much more survival titles. We upload Sunday to Thursday at 10 PM UK time. And on our Space Cowboy channel, we've got tons of stuff over there relating to Starfield and a new RPG called Dawn Walker. And we're going to be doing loads and loads of stuff with Outer Worlds 2 on there as well. So if that sounds good, fondle those buttons. Check the link tree in the description down below. We post daily content across all of our socials, TikTok, Twitter, all of that good stuff, or X, whatever you want to call it now. So fondle them, and I greatly appreciate it. For now, though, we're going to wrap that one up there. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Fondle the damn buttons. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.